LeBron James was born on December 30, 1984 in Akron, Ohio, United States. Sports career: he chose to play with number 23, in honor of his idol Michael Jordan. Other of his idols were Penny Hardaway and Jason Kidd. At 17 years old he was already 2.00 meters tall. His team in high school was the Fighting Irish. During his time in high school, he reached figures of 2,657 points, 892 rebounds and 523 assists, attracting the attention of great sports stars such as Shaquille O'Neal and some of his games being televised nationally. He wanted to enter the NBA draft without having finished high school, but they didn't allow him. He was named Mr. Basketball on 3 consecutive occasions, Best High School Player in 2003, among other MVP trophies. Cleveland Cavaliers: in the 2003-04 season, LeBron James was selected by the Cleveland Cavaliers in the first position of the 2003 NBA draft. He debuted against the Sacramento Kings, in which his figures were 25 points, 6 rebounds, 9 assists and 4 steals. He finished with an average of 20.9 points, 5.5 rebounds and 5.9 assists per game in his first season. In his second season, he was selected to play in his first All-Star game with the Eastern Conference, scoring 13 points in his team's victory. Already in his third year he qualified for the playoffs for the first time, losing in the semifinals against the Detroit Pistons. In the 2006-07 season they reached the NBA Final for the first time, the first in their team's history, but were defeated by the San Antonio Spurs 4-0. After 3 more seasons with the Cavaliers, where he broke scoring records, he changed teams when he became the free agent after finishing his contract. Miami Heat: his new destination would be the Miami Heat, where he changed the number 23, retired in tribute to Jordan, for the number 6. In his first season in Miami he was defeated in the final series by the Dallas Mavericks. In 2011-12, after finishing second in his conference, LeBron James would get his first NBA ring by defeating the Oklahoma Thunder 4-1, being named MVP of the final with an average of 28.6 points, 10.2 rebounds and 7.4 assists. In the following season they maintained a high level of play, winning the title again, the trophy they would lose in the final of the 2013-14 season. After 4 seasons in Miami, LeBron returned to the Cavaliers after being the free agent again. In the first season of his return he led his team to another playoff final, being defeated by Golden State 4-2. In the Cavaliers he reached 25,000 points in the NBA at the age of 30 years and 307 days. On June 28, 2016, LeBron James recorded the third triple-double in the 7th game of an NBA final, following in the footsteps of Jerry West 1969 and James Worthy 1988. After 2 lost finals in a row, against San Antonio and the Warriors, LeBron James led the ring feat, overcoming the 1-3 loss for the first time in a final with a triple-double: 27 points, 12 rebounds and 11 assists with 9/24 shooting field. The third ring for LeBron, who played in 7 finals, winning the first with the Cavaliers as he promised on his return home after winning 2 rings with Miami, in 2012 against Oklahoma and in 2013 against San Antonio. Selection with the American team: he won the bronze medal at the Olympic Games in Athens 2004, the FIBA Americas Championship in Las Vegas in 2007, bronze in the 2006 World Cup in Japan and gold in the Olympic Games, Beijing 2008 and London 2012. Curiosities: in his first years he broke a multitude of precocity records, as the youngest player to win the All-Star MVP award, at 21 years and 51 days old. His nicknames were King James, the King and the Chosen One. Before playing in the NBA, he had a contract with Nike worth $90 million. His mother gave him a Hummer H3 when he turned 18, among other things, which was sanctioned by the OHSAA, since only amateur players can accept gifts of less than $100. They acquitted him and took away a victory from his team. In 2008, the documentary film of his life, More Than a Game, was released. Los Angeles Lakers: on July 1, 2018, LeBron James, 4 times declared the NBA's best player until then, announced the signing of a contract with the Los Angeles Lakers for the next 4 years worth $154 million. Top scorer in history: on March 6, 2019, He surpassed Michael Jordan as the top scorer in history, placing him in fourth place in this classification, in a game against the Denver Nuggets, although the season would end without the Lakers managing to qualify for the playoffs, being the sixth consecutive year for the franchise, and the first after 13 seasons for him. On January 25, 2020, he passed Kobe Bryant for third place on the all-time scoring list, just one day before Bryant's death in a helicopter crash. All-Star Game 2020. On February 16, 2020, Team Lebron defeated Team Giannis, winning the 2020 All-Star Game. The team needed to score 33 points in the last quarter to reach the necessary 157 and surpass its rival by 2. The game that pitted the NBA stars against each other was played at the United Center in Chicago. On December 2, 2020, he signed a 2-year, $85 million extension with the Lakers, through the 2022-23 season. In 2021, he became the first NBA player to amass $1 billion in earnings as an active player. On August 17, 2022, he extends his contract with the Lakers for 2 years and $97.1 million. On October 28, he became the player with the most regular season games with 20 or more points scored in an entire career with 1,135, and on December 28, he became the 10th player with the most regular season games played in NBA history. At the start of the 2023-2024 season, James became the oldest player in the league, following the retirements of Udonis Haslem and Andre Iguodala. On November 1, James scored 35 points in a 130-125 overtime victory over the Los Angeles Clippers. These 35 points marked his 81st game with at least 30 points since he turned 35, surpassing Karl Malone as the player with the most 30-point games since that age in NBA history. On November 19, James scored 37 points in a 105-104 victory over the Houston Rockets, marking his season high. He also tied Vince Carter for 7th on the all-time three-point made list with 2,290 and passed Clyde Drexler for 8th on the all-time steals list with 208. On November 21, in a 131-99 victory over the Utah Jazz, he became the first player in league history to reach 39,000 career points. On November 27, against the Philadelphia 76ers, James surpassed Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's record of 66,300 minutes to become the player with the most minutes played in NBA games during the regular season and playoffs. On February 7, 2023, the Lakers star became the player with the highest points, 38,390 in the regular season, scoring the basket against the Oklahoma City Thunder in Los Angeles. On December 9, James and the Lakers won the NBA's first in-season tournament with a 103-109 victory over the Pacers, and James received the Tournament Most Valuable Player award and was selected to the All-Tournament team. On July 6, 2024, James renewed his contract with the Lakers. Just 2 weeks earlier, his son Bronny had been drafted 55th overall by the same team. This established the first father-son duo in NBA history.